All right. Hi, I'm Natalie. Thanks so much for joining tonight's Vinyasa flow class. We will go ahead and get started in just a moment lying down. We'll start in Recline Butterflies, soles of the feet together, knees splaying open. Arms can either be by your side or bringing the arms into goalpost. We'll wait just a few more minutes to see if anyone else joins and then jump right in. I'm working on a fair amount of side body opening and hip opening, a little bit of hamstring work tonight too. All right. Bringing the soles of the feet together, letting the knees splay out, arms by the side, or for a nice heart opener, bringing the arms into goalpost. And as you make the transition from your day to your mat, you're just pausing for a moment, noticing how your body is feeling. If there are any areas of tension and tightness, or if you feel pretty open, pretty relaxed. And noticing if you're using any muscular energy to kind of hold the knees up in space. And if you are, letting it go. Maybe you notice the feet splay open and the knees release and the hips open just a little bit more. And starting to send your attention and your focus to your breath. And taking nice long inhales. Equally as long exhales. And as you inhale, feeling the belly, the ribs, and the chest expand. And as you exhale, feeling the backside body relax a little bit deeper on your mat. And noticing any thoughts that are coming into your mind. And acknowledging these thoughts as valid. And see if you can let them go. Just knowing that you can return to them after practice. And let's take another full inhale and exhale. And releasing the arms by your side, using the hands to draw the knees together, hugging your knees into your chest, giving yourself a tight squeeze. Let's take a full sacrum circle in each direction, releasing the lower back. One circle clockwise and one circle counterclockwise. And drawing the knees back into the chest, place the sole of the left foot on the mat, straightening the right leg. And release your hands behind your right hamstring, maybe the calf, right? If you can keep the lower back and the shoulders rooted down. And starting to roll the right ankle, clockwise, counterclockwise. And then coming back to center, pointing and flexing the right foot. Then let's pause with the right toes pointed and see if you can draw the right leg a little bit closer in towards your body, deepening the hamstring stretch. Then let's switch, flex the right foot, really press the sole of your feet towards the ceiling. Foot towards the ceiling. Feeling the stretch a little bit more in the calf. And then keep the right hand where it is. Bring the left hand to the side of the body. And let the right hand kind of hold the right leg as you open, as you take that external rotation in the right hip. Releasing the right leg down. And then on the inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, hug the right knee into your chest. And place the sole of the right foot next to the left, switching sides. So straightening your left leg, hands behind the hamstring or the calf. Just starting to roll the ankle clockwise and counterclockwise. And then pointing and flexing the left foot. And pausing with the left toes pointed, maybe you draw the leg a little bit closer in towards your body. And then switching, really flex your left foot, draw your heel towards the ceiling. And keeping the left hand where it is, right hand to the right side of the body, releasing the left leg out to the side. So the wall is blocking me, but maybe you're opening your leg a little bit more. And we'll take another inhale. Exhale, bringing the left leg back to center. Hug the left knee into your chest. And bring the right knee to meet your left, hands to the hamstrings. And take a few rocks up and down the entire length of the spine. Releasing the lower back, middle back, and upper back. Right, and the slower you go, the more likely you'll feel the release. And let's take one more rock, and we'll all meet in a comfortable seated posture at the top of your mat. Bringing your right hand to about 3 o'clock on the mat, really press into the palm of the right hand, hips to the left, left arm reaches up and overhead, left palm face down, really keeping your shoulders open. And on the inhale, left arm sweeps, press into the palm of the left hand. Exhale, right arm follows, really opening up through the right side. Chest is open. Inhale, left arm sweeps. Exhale, right arm follows. Right arm sweeps, left arm follows. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, right. And we'll take one more each side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, right. And keep the left hand exactly where it is. And bring the right hand back onto the mat and come onto the fingertips. Really press the fingertips down, chin to chest, doming the back. And getting a nice stretch through the traps, through the back of the neck. Let's take another inhale and exhale. Gently lifting your chin off the chest, hands to the back of the head, press the elbows back. And let your head release into the hands, opening up through the throat, your chest. Let's take an inhale and exhale, coming back to center. And walking your hands in front of your ankles. And gently roll over your ankles and finding yourself in table. Right, so knees are directly under hips, wrists directly under shoulders, stacking joints. And we'll take 5 rounds of cat-cow. And so on your inhale, chest drops, gaze lifts. Really squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Really dome the back, create space between the shoulder blades. Inhaling into cow. Gaze is slightly lifted. Exhale, chin to chest, doming the back. And if there's any other gentle movement that feels good in your body, you're welcome to take it. Inhaling. And exhaling. 2 more rounds. Let the breath lead. Inhaling into spinal extension. And exhale, spinal flexion. Let this be your biggest range of motion in the spine as you inhale. And exhale. Coming back to your neutral spine. And the core is slightly engaged here. You're going to lift the right leg. Keep the knee in line with the hip. Flex the foot and draw your heel in towards your seat. And we'll take this action 5 times. So on the inhale, you're lifting the leg. Exhale, squeeze the heel in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Keep those hips squared. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Last 2. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Pause. And then gently bring the right knee to meet your left. And same thing, second side. Lifting the left leg, keeping that nice 90-degree angle, and then draw your heel in towards your seat. We'll do that 5 times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Last 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Last 1. Hold on the inhale. Feel the glute activate, and then exhale, left knee meets your right. Big toes touch. Coming to your wide-legged child's pose, hips to your heels. Maybe you keep the sensation isolated through the hips, through the lower back. You can also walk your hands out, really press into the palms, let the chest drop through the shoulders. Getting a nice release through the tops of the shoulders in that variation. And taking another full round of breath. And then as you inhale, toes tuck under. Exhale, hips up and back to downward facing dog. And so really take your time in down dog and taking any movement that helps you come to stillness. And so maybe you're pedaling to the legs, lifting your heels and then lowering them back down. And keep drawing your chest back towards your thighs and getting nice and long through the spine, through the back of the neck. And pressing to every single finger round. And we'll take another inhale and exhale. On the inhale, sending the gaze forward. And on the exhale, walking your feet to meet your hands. Maybe you turn up to the fingertips to give the hamstrings space. Once you find yourself at the top of the mat, bring your hands to your ankles and then keep those legs straight, lift the tailbone, lift the chest, gaze forward. And shift the weight into the toes. And so getting a nice deep hamstring stretch, you can always deepen it by lowering the hands, easing out by lifting them. And let's take another inhale and exhale. Release the hands, deep bend in the knees, chin to the chest, doming the back. And see how slowly you can roll up. Really taking your time. And finding yourself standing in Tadasana at the top of your mat. You're welcome to close your eyes or lower your gaze for the next 3 rounds of breath. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more just like that. And on the exhale, hands pause at heart center. Taking this moment to set your intention for practice. And something to return to throughout class. Maybe something to take off the mat and into the week with you. Gently fluttering the eyes open if they've closed, releasing the arms down by your side, and finding yourself at the top of the mat if you're not yet there. On the inhale, arms rise, shoulders lift. And exhale, palms together, hinging at the hips to fold. On your inhale, take a big step back with the right foot. Hips are squared as you rise right up, high lunge. Really active arms keep reaching towards the ceiling. Take a gentle bend in the right knee, send the hip flexor forward, and then straighten that leg all the way out. Feel the glute activate. All right, from here, bring the thumbs to touch overhead. Press the backs of the hands back. Really open up through the chest. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, reach all the way over to the right. So it's just the thumbs that are touching. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, come through goalpost. Squeeze your elbows in by your sides. Then reach the arms behind the back, hinging forward. It's like you're pressing the palms towards each other. Take an inhale. Exhale, frame the left foot, dome the back, stepping the left foot back to meet your right for plank. Dropping your hips, right, so your hips and shoulders are in a nice straight line. Think cat pose in the upper back. So you're really doming the upper back. Always the option to lower the knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really nice option to lower the knees if you haven't yet. Or straight as a board, lower all the way down, untucking the toes. And 3 rounds of baby cobra. Let's keep the hands and the toes down the whole time. Inhale, chest and gaze left, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. Feel the glutes activate. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. If you'd like a deeper back bend, walk your hands back an inch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press back through your wide-legged child's pose. And then exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. And from your down dog, straighten your right leg, bend the knee, and take an external rotation of the right hip. And keep the shoulders square to the mat. And then on the inhale, zip the right knee into your chest. Exhale, maybe you heel toe the right foot down between your hands. Pressing into the palm of the left hand, right arm left for your twist. Send the right hip back in space. And let's take 3 big shoulder circles. Inhale, right arm reaches forward, down, up and around, forward, down, up and around. Last one, forward, down, up and around. Pause with the right arm out in front. Gaze to the wrist, open through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, frame the right foot. Inhale, left foot meets the right at the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Straight legs, straight spine. Reverse swan dive to come up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. So let's pick it right back up. Tuck the lower back under. Ribs are in. Inhale, arms rise. Palms together. Exhale, hinge and fold. On your inhale, take a big step back with the left foot. Square your hips. Turn the ball of the left foot. And then exhale, rise right up, high lunge. And bend into that left knee. Gentle bend, send that left hip flexor forward. And then straighten your left leg out. Really feel the glute activate. Really reach your fingers towards the ceiling. And then bring your thumbs to touch overhead. Reach the arms up and over to the left. Try to keep the chest open, hips squared. Inhale, back to center. Really open up through the chest. Exhale, come through goalpost. Squeeze the elbows in by your side. Inhale, reach the arms behind the back, palms press. Exhale, leaning forward. And let's take an inhale. Exhale, hands frame the right foot. Dome the back, create space, and see if you can silently step the right foot to meet the left. We'll take an inhale. Exhale, lower right to the forearms. And getting nice and low. Always the option to lower the knees. Again, think cat pose in the upper back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's lower the knees. Untuck the toes, lower the hips to Sphinx. Right, making this active, see if you can zip the big toes together, press all 10 toes onto the mat, feel the quads activate, shoulder blades draw together, chest forward. And so increasing some range of motion in the thoracic spine, really draw the shoulder blades together. And the option to stay here or turn your hands out to 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock, pressing into the palms to lift up. And keep letting the chest drop. And let's take another inhale. Exhale, lower down, hands come under the shoulders. Option to come through your wide-legged child's pose to down dog or tuck all 10 toes under. Inhale, press right up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog, right? And continuing to take the variation that feels good for your body throughout class. And on your inhale, lift the left leg, bend the knee, and take the external rotation of the left hip as you really keep the shoulders square to the front of the mat. And on the inhale, zip the left knee into your chest. Dome the back, see if you can heel toe the left foot down. And press into the palm of your right hand, left arm peels open. And send that left hip back, 3 shoulder circles here. So on the inhale, left arm reaches forward, down, up and around, forward, down, up and around, forward, last one, down, up and around. Reach that left arm nice and long, gaze towards your wrist. We'll take an inhale. Exhale, hands frame the left foot. Inhale, right foot meets the left at the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. This time you're welcome. We'll hold it for another minute. You're welcome to take any variation that we've already done. Or peace fingers catch big toes. And if you have the bind, keep it as you inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold, let the elbows splay out. And continuing to shift your weight forward and down. And let's take another inhale and exhale. Bring the hands to the hips, squeeze the elbows towards each other. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. And then exhale, rise all the way up. Feel the glutes activate gently at the top. All right, coming to the top of the mat if you're not yet there. Moving through this little kind of like chair pose flow. On the inhale, palms face up. On the exhale, bend the knees, palms face down. Inhale, standing up nice and tall, palms up. Exhale, bend at the knees to fold. Let's do 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Root into the left foot as you inhale. Lift the right leg up with the arms. Exhale, take a big step back. High lunge. Inhale, lift up and out of the left hip. And then exhale, open up to your warrior 2. Right, so the back foot is completely parallel to the back edge of the mat. Left heel intersects the arch of the right foot. Knee is tracking over the pinky toe. Active arms, so getting nice and strong in your foundation. And let's move through this little flow 3 times. So on the inhale, we're coming into side angle, but press the left palm back, right arm up and over. So as you press the left hand, see if you can open up through the chest a little bit more. Inhale, exhale, reverse warrior. Press the right arm forward, lifting up and out of the left side body. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, reverse warrior. 1 more like this. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way inside the left foot and coming onto the ball of the right foot and gently lower in front of the right knee, untuck right toes. All right, so variation on lizard lunge. We'll heel toe the left foot as wide as the mat and then turn your left toes out to about 10 o'clock and roll over the outer edge of the left foot. So you're really working to open up the left hip, your right hip flexor. So you're welcome to stay here, or if you'd like to go deeper, press into the palm of the right hand. Left arm reaches up and over, staying there, or bending the right knee, catching the foot. Really keeping that chest nice and open. And taking another inhale and exhale. Release your right foot. Left arm reaches up and over, coming back inside your left foot. Heel toe the left foot back to parallel. Right toes tuck under, right knee lifts, dome the back. Inhale, step the left foot to meet your right. Exhale, make your way through your Vinyasa. And we'll take 3 rounds of breath. Down dog. And let's take another inhale. On your exhale, kind of leaning forward, coming into plank, and then gently lower the knees and untuck the toes. So we're setting up for Gait Pose. You'll turn the left foot off the mat, so your left leg is at 90 degrees. Right foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat, press into the palm of the left hand, so you're really opening up through the left hip flexor. And right arm lifts. Shoulder blades are stacking. And let's take an inhale. Exhale, right arm reaches up and over, getting length. And then root into your right foot, press into the palm of the left hand. Inhale, popping up. Exhale, reverse the shape, left arm up and over. And then let's take an inhale. Exhale, cartwheeling the left arm down, the right arm down. Come back onto the top of the left foot, the ball of the right foot. Zip the left knee in, set the left foot between your hands, and then bring the right foot to meet your left for forward fold at the top of the mat. Again, option to take any variation that feels good, or bring the palms of the hands under the soles of the feet so the toes are right at your wrist creases. And continuing to shift your weight forward and down, letting the top of your head relax towards the mat. Let's take another inhale. Exhale, releasing whatever bind you have. And this time we'll take a nice deep bend in the knees, palms face up, switching sides. Inhale, palms lift up. Exhale, palms face down, bend at the knees. Inhale, lift, kind of building momentum. Exhale, palms down. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more. Inhale, nice deep bend in the knees to lift. Exhale through chair. Let the top of the head lower. Last round. Root into the right big toe. Inhale, lift the left leg. Zip the knee in. And then exhale, take your big step back. High lunge. Inhale, lift up and out of that right hip. And then exhale, coming into a nice, strong warrior 2 stance. Make sure the right knee is stacked over your pinky toe. Right, really active arms. And then press your pinky fingers back so you feel the chest muscles open up a little bit more. And let's move through that flow 3 times. Side angle, right palm presses back, left arm reaches up and over as you inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior, left palm presses back. It's only the upper body that's moving. And pausing here, take an inhale. Exhale, cartwheel both arms down inside the right foot. Come into the ball of the left foot. Gently lower in front of the left knee, untuck left toes. And then variation on lizard. So you're going to heel toe the right foot as wide as the mat. And turning the toes out to about 2 o'clock. And then roll over the outer edge of the right foot. And pausing here for a moment, right? Deciding if the side feels okay to work a little bit deeper, and if you'd like to, and press into the palm of your left hand. Right arm reaches up and overhead. Staying there, or maybe you catch the left foot. Keep opening up through the right chest. And then let's take another inhale. Exhale, gently release the left foot if you have the bind. Inhale, right arm reaches up and over. And then exhale, plant the palm, heel toe the right foot back to parallel, left toe stuck under, left knee lifts. Dome your back, right? And then right foot steps back to meet your left. Make your way through your vinyasa. Inhaling up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 full rounds of breath here. And then as you inhale, coming onto your tiptoes, dome the back, roll forward to plank, take an inhale, and then exhale, lower the knees. Untuck the toes, setting up for gait pose again. So you're turning the right foot off the mat so you have a nice 90-degree angle on the right leg. The left foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. And press into the palm of the right hand, lifting up. Notice if the right shoulder is rolling in, right? Rotate it up, back, and down. Let's take another inhale. Exhale, left arm is reaching up and overhead, gaze follows, getting a nice long line. And then really press into the right hand, the outer edge of the left foot, lifting up. And reversing the shape, left arm down, the left leg, right arm up and over. And we'll take an inhale, exhale, cartwheeling both hands down. Come back onto the top of the right foot first, ball of the left. Inhale, zip that right knee in. Exhale, place the right foot between the left. Inhale, left foot meets the right at the top of the mat. And then exhale, fold. Let's all interlace the hands behind the back, pressing the palms together as you lift your arms up and overhead. And keep shifting the weight forward and down. And from here, send your fist to the right, gaze over the left shoulder. And come back to center, send the fist to the left, gaze over the right shoulder. And coming back to center, keeping the legs and the spine straight, keep the bind. Inhale, halfway lift, press your fist back. And then exhale, rising up, lifting the fist, lifting the chest. And let's take an inhale, exhale, releasing your hands. We're stepping out to a wide-legged forward fold. So if you have space at the top of the mat, you're welcome to kind of just do it there. Otherwise, take a big step out with whichever foot allows you to face the screen first, in front of the screen. So your feet are wider than your hips, feet are parallel, or the toes are slightly in, heels slightly out. Let's interlace the hands behind the back. Again, chest leads as you inhale. Exhale, hinge and fold. And keep lifting the tailbone. And let's take an inhale. Exhale, release the hands. And either keep the hands directly under your face, or maybe peace fingers catch your big toes. If you have that bind, inhale, lift the gaze. And exhale, let the elbows kind of slide back as you shift the weight forward and down. Taking another inhale and exhale, and releasing the bind with the big toes, bringing your hands to your hips, and squeeze the elbows towards each other. Inhale, halfway lift, core activates, inner thighs activate, and then exhale, rising up, and coming back to stand in Tadasana at the top of your mat. All right, so just how we started class on the mat, we're gonna hug the right knee into the chest, similar to how we started. Peace fingers maybe catch your right big toe, maybe you use a strap, and you're working to straighten the right leg out without hiking that hip, right? So your hips are square, keeping your left leg nice and straight if possible. And if you can't quite get the bind, you can always hold the calf or the thigh. And then similarly to when you were lying down, working to open, take that external rotation of your right leg. You can always hold the calf, use your strap. And then gently bring the right leg back to center. Keep the leg lifted, release the hands. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend into that right knee. Big step back to high lunge. Inhale, lifting up and out. Exhale, warrior two. And coming into bound side angle this time. And so left forearm, left thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Right, so you can stay here, we've kind of been here before. Maybe you're reaching the right arm behind the back and catching the left thigh, really opening up through the right shoulder. Maybe you take that same internal rotation of your left shoulder, catching the bind, but really work to keep the chest open. Gaze is lifted. And taking a few rounds of breath here. And continuing to keep your chest open, right? So noticing if you're kind of starting to dump the shoulder in, try to resist. And then we'll take another inhale. On the exhale, release the bind, right finger or left fingertips come outside the left foot, straightening the right arm, coming into half moon. And so you're really pressing to that left big toe, left fingertips hover, perhaps maybe on a block, maybe left hand to heart center. Right? You can also catch the right foot with the right hand. And once you have your balance, maybe you bring the left hand to heart center. And let's take another inhale. On the exhale, plant the left hand, release the right if you have it. Hands frame the right foot, left foot, square the hips, point your right toes. Take an inhale, exhale, right foot meets the left at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift your gaze, and then exhale, make your way through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. Knowing that you can always take any of the other prone back bends, right? Baby Cobra, Sphinx, Locust. You're welcome to stay in Child's Pose if that feels good. So let's take 5 rounds of breath, right? Inhales and exhales are equal in length. And if they aren't, maybe you pause and you take a couple extra rounds here. So really reconnecting with the breath. Maybe noticing if your down dog feels a little bit kind of more activated and also easier than at the start of practice. 1 more round of breath. If you took any other variation, meeting back and down dog. On the inhale, gazes forward. Exhale, stepping your foot and your feet to meet your hands, coming into forward fold at the top of the mat. And this time we'll pedal the legs out, so really releasing the hips, the lower back. And so let's just bend the knees a couple of times, side to side. Then we'll pause with the right knee bent. Press the right palm in front of the right foot. So keep that left leg straight so you're hiking the hip, left hand to the hip. And shift the weight forward so you're really getting a nice stretch through the IT band on the left side. And taking another inhale. Exhale, switching sides, bend into the left knee, left palm plants. Keep that right leg nice and straight, right hand to the right hip. Shift the weight forward. Gently releasing your right hand, bending into both knees, chin to the chest, dome your back. Take your time as you roll up into Tadasana, top of the mat. Right, the weight is back in your right leg. Zip the left knee in, and then peace fingers work to catch your left big toe, right? So keep that right leg as straight as you can, and then you're working to straighten your left hip, your left leg without hiking the left hip. So if you have to bend into a knee, let it be the right one. And from here, take that external rotation of your left hip. Oop. Maybe you keep the bind or you have a strap. And bringing the left leg back to center. See how high you can keep the leg lifted. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, zip the left knee back in and take your step back to high lunge. Inhale, lift up and out of the right hip. Exhale, warrior 2. And coming into the bound side angle, right forearm, right side, left arm up and over. So you're also welcome to stay here for the side body stretch, or bring the left arm behind the back, catch the right thigh, and use that to really rotate the left shoulder open. Staying here, or take that internal rotation of the right shoulder, catching the bind behind the back, and then really keep the spine straight. So notice how I'm not leaning forward. Spine is nice and long. And gaze is lifted. And let's take another inhale and exhale. Release the bind. Right hand comes outside the right foot. Shift the weight forward, lifting the left arm. Inhale, lifting up into half moon. All right, so you're always welcome to use the block if you have one. Maybe you bend the left knee, catch the bind. Maybe you bring the right hand to the heart. And taking another inhale. On the exhale, bring the hands to frame the right foot. Square your hips. Point your left toes. Really engage the left glute. Take an inhale. Exhale, left foot meets the right at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, plant your palms, making your way through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. And maybe you pause in up dog for an extra round or two of breath, getting a nice stretch through the core. We'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Let's take 3 full rounds of breath here. Open mouth exhales. And gently releasing into your wide-legged child's pose, hips to your heels. And calling into your mind the intention that you set at the beginning of practice, and thanking yourself for showing up and for taking this time for you. And let's walk the hands back to meet the knees, bringing the knees to touch, and shift the weight over to the right side. And let's swing the legs out in front. And so we're going to come into a seated wide-legged forward fold. And so see if you can flex all 10 toes back in a nice straight line, sitting up nice and tall. And similar to what we did standing up, either walk your hands forward or peace fingers catch your big toes. And this nice straight spine, let the elbows splay back, chest forward. And so the peak pose for today's class is called compass pose, so we'll work into that in just a moment. And let's take another inhale and exhale. And gently lifting back up. All right, from here you're going to bring the sole of the left foot inside your right thigh. Then bend the right knee. And it's sort of like you're drawing the right leg back. It's like you're kind of putting on a backpack. So you're really hooking your right calf over your right shoulder. Press the right palm down and then really kind of squeeze the calf onto the shoulder. So maybe you stay here. This is already a lot of hip opening. It's already a lot of work. Right? If you feel like you can go deeper, maybe you know this pose, right? The left hand comes to the outer edge of the right foot. And as you straighten the right leg, you're really opening up through the left side body. And gaze is under the left armpit. Use the right palm as leverage, right? You can also come in and out. There's a lot going on in the body here. And then let's bend back into your right leg. Release the right leg from the left. And bring the soles of the feet to touch. All right, coming to a more open diamond shape. This is a more yin variation. So feet are farther away from the body. They don't even need to be touching. Palms face up, bring your wrists under the ankles. Dome the back chin to the chest. Let the top of your head drop down towards the mat. And so hopefully feeling this more in the lower back, maybe the back of the neck. And as you inhale, feel the lower back expand. And as you exhale, maybe the top of your head lowers just a little bit more. And keeping the chin tucked into the chest, gently releasing the wrists. And slowly rolling back up. And we'll straighten out the left leg, bringing the sole of the right foot inside your left thigh. Just for a moment here. And then bend into the left knee. Maybe you kind of hold the left foot, draw the left knee back, and then hook your left calf over the left shoulder. Really clamp down. All right, clamp the left palm. So this side is always harder for me. My right shoulder is really tight, so I might not kind of get into it. Maybe you stay here, but as you, or maybe, right, as you straighten your left leg, you're really opening up through the right side body. And trying not to lean back. Ooh. Maybe you move through this a couple of times. I'm just noticing if one side feels different from the other. It happens a lot. And then gently releasing your left hand. Let's bring the left leg in front of the right. And we'll take oyster pose for our outer hips. And so the left ankle is crossed in front of the right, sitting up nice and tall, and start to walk the hands forward. And keeping the sits bones rooted down. And take another inhale. And exhale, walk the hands back in. And let's bring the sole of the left foot outside your right thigh. Left hand behind the back. Inhale, right arm lifts. And exhale, take that twist, gazes over the left shoulder. And so as you inhale, sitting up a little bit taller. And as you exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. And let's take another inhale. And exhale, coming back to center. And release the left leg. We'll switch sides. Right ankle in front of the left. Oyster Pose, sitting up nice and tall. Inhaling. On the exhale, walk the hands forward. Nice straight spine. Sits bones stay rooted down. And let's take another inhale. Exhale, walking your hands back in. Bringing the sole of the right foot outside the left. Right hand behind the back. On the inhale, left arm lifts. And exhale, take that twist, gazing over the right shoulder. And inhale, sitting up a little bit taller. Exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. And let's take another inhale. Exhale, coming back to center. Release the right foot from the left. And straightening the legs out, coming to the top half of the mat. Inhale, arms rise. And then exhale, fold. See if you can flex all 10 toes back in a straight line. Let's take another inhale and exhale. Chin to the chest, gently lifting up. Let's walk your hands back from here. Lower down to the forearms from here. Pointing your toes so your hands are just under your sits bones. Really press into the forearms to lift your chest as you inhale. Exhale, head and neck release back for fish. 3 full rounds of open mouth exhales. Tucking the chin back into your chest, gently lowering all the way down, drawing your knees in, giving yourself a tight squeeze, and setting up for legs up the wall. So arms are by the side, palms face down, tucking the shoulders, lower back, straightening the legs. Maybe you close your eyes here, resting upside down for a few rounds of breath. Let's flutter the eyes open if they've closed. And drawing your knees back into your chest, give yourself a tight squeeze. And then place the soles of the feet on the mat. So we're setting up for back bend practice. Right? If you'd rather opt out today, you can always bring the feet as wide as your mat, letting the knees touch at center. Otherwise, feet are hips width distance. Fingertips are grazing the heels. Start with the lower back and the shoulders rooted down. Press into the palms. Rooting into the heels, lifting up. And so you're really engaging the glutes and the hamstrings. Maybe you interlace the hands behind the back so the forearms are pressing down. And keep lifting, really opening up through the front side body. And let's take another inhale. Exhale, release the hands and see if you can lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. So we'll take one more round. And you're welcome to take that variation. Otherwise, I'll show you another one once we're up. If you have full wheel in your practice, you feel open and ready, you can go there too. All right, root into the heels. Inhale, lifting up. And then on the exhale, maybe you're bringing your hands under your back so it's the triceps that are pressing down, opening up through the chest. And imagining you're squeezing a block between the inner thighs. And let's take another inhale. Exhale, release the hands, slowly lowering down. We'll all pause with the feet as wide as the mat, knees together, resetting the spine in neutral. And then drawing the knees into your chest. And bring the left knee towards the left shoulder and the right knee towards the right. Maybe you shift side to side here for a moment. And then coming into happy baby, catching the outer edges of the feet or maybe your big toes. And you're welcome to sway side to side if that feels good. And gently bringing the knees back together. We'll set up for our supine twist here. And so knees are drawing into the chest, goal posting the arms. Let's take an inhale. And exhale, release the knees to the right as you gaze over the left shoulder. And bringing your head back to center, lifting the left leg and the right, and just resetting the spine for a moment. Using the hip flexors to hug your knees in as you inhale. Exhale, knees to the left, and gaze over the right shoulder. Gently lifting the left leg and the right. Head comes back to center, setting it for Shavasana. Using the arms to draw your knees into your chest. And as you inhale, maybe your shoulders, neck, and head lift off the mat. As you inhale, exhale, letting everything go. And taking up as much space as possible on your mat. Letting the body and the mind feel the full benefits of this practice. Slowly starting to come back into this space. Maybe wiggling fingers and toes. Rolling wrists and ankles. Maybe reaching the arms overhead, giving yourself a full body stretch, letting the lower back arch off of the mat. Releasing the arms by your side. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed for the rest of the practice. As you gently roll over onto the right, and pausing in the seat of full potential. With little effort, gently making your way into a comfortable seated posture at the top of your mat. And even with eyes closed, the gaze is slightly forward and down, letting the palms rest face down on the knees, and really rooting the sits bones onto the earth. Chest draws through the shoulders. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. And to exhale, release them down the back. And getting nice and long through the spine, the back of the neck. And gently bringing the palms to touch at heart center. And in this moment of stillness, calling into your mind a quality about yourself that you really value. And completing a sentence and saying it to yourself 3 times. I am. And together, we'll seal tonight's practice with an inhale and an open mouth exhale. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining. I hope this was a nice way to round out your day, and hopefully see you next Tuesday. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye.